Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Sunday, February 14th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Once again, happy Valentine's Day to everyone across the universe and across the country watching this broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So once again, we will go over some news headlines. So also, I'm going to go ahead and send some links out to y'all. Once again, please make sure you are authenticated. Make sure you're signed in with either YouTube or Facebook to make sure we want everybody to be safe. So I'm going to go ahead and send those links out to y'all. We'll do that now. So I'll drop them in. This button right here. Links are in. The second link will go over to the Okay, all three links are sent over: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So once again, thanks for joining us. Let's see who's in here. Looks like not many. The comic section. Let's go over some news headlines. I'm going to go ahead and send over the news headlines up onto the screen. Share them. Okay, let's pull this. Okay, once again, let's go over some news headlines. Let's see. Novak Djokovic did win his 300 Grand Slam at the Australian Open quarterfinals. So let's go ahead and put that in. Recording's on. So they'll show you some highlights of it. So that's the highlights. A nice little serve right there. So it's once again, DJ Djokovic did win his match. Let's see, 7-6, 4-6, 6-1, and 6-4 to win the Australian Open. So congratulations to him in his matchup. So this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Usman defeats Gilbert Burns in the this is another some highlights from UFC welterweight championship last night. So nice little fight right there between Usman and Burns on a TKO. So he knocks out the so nice little play right there. So nice. So once again, he wins his match. Usman stopped Burns' former that was by TKO at the 34-second mark. So congratulations to this to Kamaru Usman to win his UFC title. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Kyrie Irving tells James Harden, "You are the point guard I am going to play shooting guard as Brooklyn Nets settle on the Rose. So once again, that is talking about James Harden. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I think they're going to play some significant roles in these games and stuff like that. So they did win their game 134-117 over the Golden State Warriors on Saturday. So that was in Saturday's game. So that was once again Harden had 16 assists. He also had 11.3. 11.36 per game. So, once again, they are now their record's 5-2. Lost to the Raptors. Durant unable to finish. So, this is from Malika Andrews. You can reach her at ESPN, ESPN.com. Okay, Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James and Kyle Kuzma won by the NBA for violating anti flopping rules. Looks like let's show you some highlights of it from last night. This is a nice little shot. And it looks like, yep, it was one of them fell on the ground. That was LeBron James. That's something they should not be doing, is flopping and stuff like that. Once again, James violation occurred in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. The second quarter, James position between Dylan Brooks and Grayson Allen. So that once again, that is just something that's NBA looking to clean up monitoring flopping since 2012-2013 season. After receiving a warning from a player, will be subject to a $5,000 fine. Also, $10,000 fine, $15,000, $30,000 fine. Once again, if they continue with the flopping and stuff like that. So, I'll be honest with you, they should absolutely clean it up, because anybody that flops like that, look, they just play acting. That's what they're doing. I mean, that's something that should be regulated in the NBA rules. To be honest with you, look, they're gonna do stuff like that just to get themselves some another team and foul, stuff like that. So I'm glad that the NBA is going to crack down on that. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, Lopez prepares to move forward in top-ranked boxing. That's Filmo Lopez is prepared. So that's the guy right there they're talking to. This is from Ben Baby. You can reach him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. Okay, Justin Turner signs a 2-year deal worth $34 million. So he's going to stay put in LA. So I think that's good. Once again, he is here to stay. So that's the Twitter that they're showing of Justin Turner. So he's 36 years old. He became a free agent in his 4-year contract. So I'll be honest with you, he's hitting 297. He's also hitting his slugging percentage is 508. His on-base percentage, 378. He had 105 home runs, 147 in doubles, and also 20.9 wins via Fangraph. That's something. I'll be honest with you. That's something that achieved or something like that. He had an OPS of 1,066. So once again, Justin Turner will stay in LA. Signs a 2-year deal worth $34 million. This is from, once again, ESPN.com. You can go to ESPN.com. Okay, basketball games today. Tulane will take on South Florida. Pelicans will take on the Pistons tonight. We will have that game for you on YouTube and Twitter. That'll be later on this evening. Also, Monday, UNO will take on Stephen F. Austin. Southeastern will take on Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That'll be and then LSU will play Auburn on Saturday at 3 p.m. So that's what's going to happen. Okay, once again, Coach O's son, Ogeron, scores a touchdown. This is from yesterday's game against Tarleton State. Nice little run by him. He gets in the end zone for a touchdown. So that was the McNeese game. McNeese started their first spring game. So once again, Southland Conference football will begin in a couple of weeks. So they'll be in full effect. So Ogeron scores the touchdown. So we'll recap the game for you. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this over and we'll recap what happened in that game. So I'm going to switch it over to the score screen. And we're going to recap the game for you. Okay, McNeese wins 40-37 to open up the new season. They're now 1-0 in the season. Let's give you the scoring plays. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, the scoring plays as followed. Once again, McNeese scored on a field goal, 12 plays, 61 yards, made it 3-0. And then McNeese came back with a touchdown. It was a 13-yard pass play from Cody Ogeron to Josh Matthews. Once again, 3 plays, 15 yards, 44 seconds off the time of possession, made it 10-0. And then Tarleton State came back with a field goal, made it 10-3, 6 plays, 33 yards, 1 minute and 41 seconds. Also, Tarleton State came back with a score, tied the game at 10. So it was on 13 plays, 73 yards, 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Also, they scored again in the third quarter. It was on 6 plays, 60 yards, a minute 34 off the time of possession, 17-10, 13-yard pass play. Also, Bridges had a 27-yard touchdown run, 10 plays, 77 yards, 3 minutes and 31 seconds. So it was 24-10. Tarleton State on top. McNeese came back with a 5-yard touchdown run from Cody Ogeron, 16 plays, 77 yards, 5 minutes and 77 seconds. It was 5 minutes and 17 seconds, excuse me. Also, Bridges had a 1-yard run. It made it 31-17. That was on 13 plays, 83 yards, 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Let's see. Cody Ogeron had a 26-yard pass play to Mason Pierce. It was on 5 plays, 65 yards, made it 31-24. And then Cody Ogeron had a 12-yard pass play to Trevor Beginner. He had was on 7 plays, 56 yards, made it 31-31. Then Tarleton McNeese kicked the field goal on 6 plays, 22 yards, no time on the time of possession, 34-31. Also, Guzman kicked a 37-yard field goal, 4 plays, 5 yards, and also 45-yard field goal made it 37-34. So it's field goal situations. Also, once again, the touchdown, last second touchdown was Cody Bergeron. That was that was on 2 plays at 25 yards, made it 40-27. Once again, they did score 40-37 was your final. Let's give you the stats of this game. I'm going to go ahead and give you the stats. Okay, once again, McNeese had 400 yards. Tarboro State had 408 rushing yards. McNeese ran the ball 55 times for 230 yards. Tarboro State 39 times for about 180 yards. Rushing touchdowns, McNeese had 2. Tarboro State had 3. Passing game, Tarboro State out passed McNeese 228-170. They went 24-42. One passing touchdown. McNeese had 3. They had 107 yards passing, 14 of 34 completions. Now, first downs, they had 27 first downs, 10 on runs, 11 on passes, and also 6 on penalties. Total plays, McNeese used 89 total plays. Tarboro State used 81 in the game. Now, let's go over the third red zone efficiency. McNeese went 6 for 7 in the game. They had scored 33 points in the red zone. They third downs, they went 9 for 20 in the red zone, the fish area. So they went 9 for 20. Possession time was 33 minutes and 32 seconds for McNeese and 26-28 for the Tarboro State. Now the third down conversions, once again, that was on third down conversions, 9 of 20, 45%. So good conversion rate for McNeese, but also Tarboro State had 47%. So that was in their game last night. Okay, defensively, McNeese had only no sacks. Tarboro State had 2 in the game. So once again, let's give you the numbers on McNeese. Okay, McNeese is this is Tarboro State. So I'm gonna give you those numbers on them. McNeese. Okay, once again, Cody Bergeron, 14-24, 173 touchdowns, 112.3 was your his rating. So that was in the game. Also, the receiving core, Josh Matthews had 3 catches for 23 yards. Deontay McMahon had 2 catches. Skinner had 2 catches. Bigos had 2 catches. Also, Pettigrew had 2 catches. Pierce had 1. Cotton, Martell Cotton had 1. Severn Foster had 1. Now the running game, McNeese had Cody Bergeron had 19 carries. Deontay McMahon had 12. Also Carter had 11. Skinner had 12. So they had 55 carries for 230 yards, 2 touchdowns in the game. So that was in yesterday's football game, opening game for now the scoreboard quarters. Once again, McNeese had 9 first downs. Also, they had 3 in the second. 3 in the third, and 9 in the fourth. And also in the overtime period, they had 3. So that was in the game. Total yards was 151 after 4. They ran the ball 8 times for 39 yards, threw the ball 16 times for 112 yards in the fourth quarter. So once again, McNeese gets their first win of the season, 40-37 is your final score. So they will have their second game. We'll see where their second game is going to begin for the McNeese Cowboys. So once again, that is a game recap on McNeese and Tarleton State. Tarleton State is, I think it was a D2 school. Now I think they're now going up to D1. So once again, they went 40-37. So let's move this out, and we'll go over some local news as well. So let's get this switched over, and we'll go over to local news. Okay, let's go to the sports page, local news. Okay, Smart powers Tigers to a win. So that was yesterday against Tennessee. So they did win the game against Tennessee in their game, 78-65. Smart once had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He also had 2 block shots. Smart had averaged 23 points in his career. That was his best game yesterday versus Tennessee. Maybe it's better that Smart, who connected on 48% of his field goals and also 42% on 3-point shots and 93%. Darius Days also had a big impact. So LSU now 8-4 in conference, 13-6 overall. So they will play their next game next week. That would be against Auburn. So LSU wins their game 78-61. Once again, this is from Sheldon Nichols. You can reach him at The Advocate. Okay, Danny Hamlin wins his third straight Daytona 500. So yesterday he won that. That was at Bristol. So congratulations to Denny Hamlin on this win at the Daytona 500. So that was one of their premier races of the year, Daytona 500. So once again, this is from Jenna Fry. You can reach her at The Advocate. Okay, let's put this in. Okay, once again, biker on Mana Dolun wins the Derby at the fairgrounds. So once again, that's Blankers on Maddoon. She did that was one of their races at the fairgrounds yesterday. That was the Louisiana Derby. Derby. So that was she's also going to qualify for the Kentucky Derby. So that's probably going to be in May. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, after surrounding a half 100 3-pointers in 2 games, the Pelicans are searching for answers on their broken defense. I'll be honest with you, they need to get better when it comes down to they're falling apart, giving up over 100 3 points in the last 2 games. So that, like I said, that is an understatement. Hopefully, they can turn it around tonight against the Detroit Pistons, because I'm gonna tell you, absolutely, Detroit will just hit threes just like Chicago did, and also Dallas did. So I'm gonna be honest with you right now. If they don't fix their problems, it's gonna get worse, and they're gonna and I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be a long, long season for the New Orleans Pelicans. So defense has to get better. They have to get better. They have to prevent those 3-point shots from ever happening. That's giving up too many 3-point shots in games. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, tricky balance. Once again, this is in the Australian Open. Rafael Nadal, also Cameron hits their right notes. So once again, that was in the Australian Open. So Rafael Nadal shakes hands with Cameron Morris. I think that's Maurice. That's M. So at the Australian Open. So once again, they will win. This is Howard Finbridge. You can reach him at he's a tennis writer. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, Rod Lubble Arena quiet on lockdown to keep the crowd away. That was once again no crowds at the Australian Open. So that's once again, crowds have gone Saturday, 5 days that the lockdown. So once the lockdown ends and stuff like that, so that's the reason why they put these lockdowns in, because they don't want to pack them in and they get coronavirus and stuff like that. So I think what they're doing is absolutely appropriate. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, let's okay, Johnny, once again, Johnny Football is done with the games, so he's not going to be playing no more. So no more football for Johnny Manziel. So that is unfortunate. Also, English soccer at a breaking point. So that's death threats, racist abuse, and also sexual slurs. And social media accounts allowed to stay active after spread vile English football reached a breaking point with players, coaches, referees, and so that's what's happening with English soccer. To be honest with you, they're going to have to clean up their act. Because look, all the racist comments, all the sexual abuse comments, all the whatever that's going on, it needs to be cleaned up. They absolutely need to clean up their act, because there's no place for these racist comments, no place for sexist comments and stuff like that. So to be honest with you, right now, they have to just blow everything up and try to rebuild their image in English soccer. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. All right, here we go. Okay, point Zion Williamson. So they're talking about Zion. Once again, national scene. Zion Williamson. So point Zion. That's what the article's about. Once again, dunking over defenders and stuff like that. So I'll be honest with you. I like what I'm seeing out of Zion Williamson in his games and stuff like that. Sure, he wants to dunk on people. And that's fine and dandy. But he also has got to once again play significant defense when it comes down to it. So I think once again he's doing well. I mean, Zion Williams, he's getting points, 30-point games and stuff like that. So I look at it this way. Hopefully he can continue. Hopefully he will make the All-Star game, All-Star team. Once again, if you got one of both, the All-Star team go to the NBA All-Star voting. Hopefully he can be on that team. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, once again, Jordan, spear hole in 160-yard for the Eagles. So also he also 16 holes in the at Pebble Beach. So he is 1 under 71 going into his into the championship matchup. That's going to probably be today or something like that. That's he had a 2-shot lead going into the that was at the Pro Beach Pebble Am. Pebble Beach Pro Am, excuse me. So that is once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, once again, Mitchell Robinson, unfortunately, is going to be out. He has surgery on his hand, so he will be out 4 to 6 weeks. He did start 27 games for the Knicks before Saturday's game against the Rockets. He's averaging 8.4 points a game, 8.4 rebounds, and also 1.5 block shots in 28 minutes of play. So hopefully he can recover from this. We want because we would love to see him on the court again. So Mitchell Robinson, once again, he is having surgery on his hand, so he will be out 4 to 6 weeks. Now, other NBA games from last night: Suns defeated the 76ers 121-11. Pacers win their game 125-113. In the game, Joe Embiid had 35 points in the game against the Suns. He shot 12 of 23 from the field. Also, Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris also added 18 points in their games as well. Also in the Pacers game, Clint Capella had 24 points, 10 rebounds. Trae Young had 15 points and 14 assists. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, let's see. Okay, Freeman led Tulane to their 6th straight win, so congratulations. They did defeat Wichita State 79-63. Tulane's now 14-5, 10-4 in the American Conference. Tulane seized control with its defense in the second quarter. The Wave can chalk this one up. Shooting, so it was 50%, 28 of 56, including 45% from 3-point range. as well. Freeman had 20. And the backup guard, Selma Bates had 15 points. Daniela Jones had 13 points. Jordan had 12. Clark had 10. Tulane had a 20-19 advantage in the game on Saturday. Tulane held Wichita State up 2 of 16 shooting in the quarter, including 0 for 6 on 3-point range in the half. Tulane built a 59-39 lead. Also, Wichita State scrambled back to a 70-61 lead that was in the fourth quarter. Asia Strong had 18 points. DJ McCarthy had 17 points, 7 of 12 shooting. So once again, this is from Darrell Williams. You can reach him at The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, Wave, once again, in enduring bad shooting. That's what's happening with the Tulane basketball team. So I'll be honest with you right now, they're going to have to get better because once the tournament begins, they're going to be competing in the tournament. Watson went 3 for 20 from the floor. He had 7 turnovers. So once again, the turnovers is plaguing this Tulane basketball team. They lost 59-49 to that was 2 days earlier. They did win the game, but so once again, 5 of 22 shooting was not something that they were riding home about and stuff like that. So I look at it this way. Hopefully they can they play South Florida today. Hopefully they can make some adjustments and stuff like that. So defense, like I said, their defense is keeping the Wave in the cellar. So that's something they're going to have to stop doing. Is they're going to have to play significant defense going into games and stuff like that. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. See, we'll go to okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, once again, college top 25 college basketball roundup. Gonzaga won their game over San Francisco, 100-61. Creighton wins their game, 86-70. Ohio State wins their game, 78-59 over Indiana. Virginia wins their game over North Carolina, 60-48. Texas wins over TCU, 70-55. Iowa wins over Michigan State, 88-58. Also, Florida State winning over Wake Forest, 92-85. Loyola Chicago winning their game, 81-54. And Oklahoma State wins over Kansas State, 67-60. And Northwestern loses their game, 64-50 to Rutgers. So once again, top 25 college basketball roundup. Once again, this is from The Advocate. So let's see what else we got. Okay, once again, area basketball. UNO women's falls to UIW, 60-57. So Jada Dunn Cantrell had 16 points for the Privateers, 4 of 12, 1 of 9. Also, ULM loses to ULL, 64-59. Southeastern wins their game, 82-63 over Nichols. Southern wins their game over Arkansas Pine Bluff, 75-58. And also McNeese defeated Northwestern 65-41. Southern men's team won 73-71. So Southern is now 5-8, 5-8, 5-4 in the SWAC conference. Harrison Henderson and Sam Kilo Sealers at 19 points in their game. Also, ULL wins 88-72. ULL now 14-7, 8-6. Northwestern State men's team wins over McNeese State 69-66. Bill Setter had 17 points for the Demons in their game. So once again, area basketball roundup. Once again, this is from the Advocate. Okay, let's go over. Alabama blows out Georgia in their game. So also Arkansas defeated Missouri in overtime. Kentucky wins their game over Auburn 80-80. Ole Miss wins their game with South Carolina 81-74. And also Vanderbilt wins their game 72-51. So once again, SEC Roundup is from the Advocate. Okay. Gonzaga and Baylor tops NCAA initial rankings. So once again, Baylor and Gonzaga. That's the two best teams in the college basketball right now. So far, so good. So they will they will also have the ultimate selection seeding. So once again, if the tournament would start today, Gonzaga would be the number one seed going into the NCAA tournament. Okay, let's see. LSU versus South Carolina. So that is going to be at 1 p.m. They're tipping off. That will be South Carolina and LSU Lady Tigers will play later on this evening. So that's from Jim Kleinpeter. You can reach him at the Advocate. Okay. Okay, party in a pandemic. So Sam Maxwell, his band of Cleveland Bros packed up their 1997 4-win motorhomes. And so this is what they're talking about. NASCAR fans power through the Daytona 500. So they have a whole bunch of motorhomes at the Daytona 500. So that was for yesterday. That was in the pandemic. So once again, all those mobile homes going over to Daytona International Speedway. That was on Friday. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, we just talked about Daytona 500. Let's go over to the as normal as possible. That's what they're talking about. SEC determined to play typical format 56 game schedule. So that's probably going to happen in the SEC and with all the teams, stuff like that. So LSU will play most of those 56 game schedules and stuff like that. So that's probably going to happen. So this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, LSU golf begins this season for the women's golf team. So they will have their first match. That will be in Florida. So LSU right now coming off of a strong position, number one. 1 point currently. Third in the golf stats.com team rankings. So LSU will also host the NCAA regional in May at the University Club. That will be on the LSU campus. So once again, women's golf will begin in just a couple of days. So they will take on Florida. They'll be in Florida for those tournaments. So once again, this is from Scott Ravelay. You can reach him at The Advocate. So, okay, Terrence Lord likes running. So he had a pretty good record in the 200 meter. His time was 20 minutes 43 seconds. 20 minutes and 43 seconds. That was a pretty good time for him. Also, he won the 200 in the Tyson Invitational with a 20:41 second performance. So once again, LSU track sprinter Terrence Laird winning his 200 meter race. So once again, this is from Sheldon Nichols. You can reach him at The Advocate. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, once again, Tim Tebow on limited spring rosters. So so he is going to be on I'm pretty sure he'll be on the minor league team and stuff like that. So he won't be on the professional team, but he will be on the minor league team. So he will be with the Mets. Also, let's see, Jake Reader looks like returning to Chicago, agreed to a $6 million 1 year contract. He will earn $1 million on his performance. So congratulations to him on his also Matt Harvey signs a minor league contract with the Baltimore Orioles as well. Harvey 0-3, 11.57 ERA. He had third relief appearances with Kansas City, as fastball averaging 94 miles an hour and also 97 back in 2013. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. So looks like we're done with these articles. So we're going to go over to the Varsity Zone. We'll see what's happening in Varsity Zone action. Once again, let's go to those newspaper articles. Once again, Mount Carmel bound for the semifinals. So they are going to go to the semifinals. They won their quarterfinal match 3-0 over uh, North Shore on Saturday, so that was at Pan Am Stadium. Going into the match, we knew to make it count. Brooke Javier, she scored in the 6th and 63rd minutes, so that was in the game. Cubs are 19-1-2, so also North Shore finishes 14-7-1. So they're going to the semifinals. That will be once again played at Tagoma Stadium and also Pan Am Stadium. So once again, this is for The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, varsity zone. Let's see what's happening in this one. Okay, Bonneville averages losses against arch rival East Jefferson. So that is one of the articles we're talking about here. East Jefferson. So the Bruins are 19-5, 4-0, and once again in the league standings. Whale Island led the Bruins with 18 points. He also last 12 the second half. He had 8 consecutive points in the third quarter. So the win averages after a non-district loss back in January. So also Johnson for Bonneville had 13 points. Hubbard had made 3-point shots and also had 11 points. Arthur Oliver had 10 points for East Jefferson. So once again, Bonneville wins their match against East Jefferson. Okay, Johnson, two-header spark Sacred Heart on their win. So for once came in the 28th minute on the tie score. So once again, Sacred Heart will play in the semifinals against Catholic New Iberia. And also the winner will play on Saturday against Ouachita Christian. That's in their game. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com. Okay, soccer playoff report. So this is all the matches. This is regional matches and quarterfinal matches and stuff like that going on next couple of weeks. So Division 1, Division 2, Division 4. So Division 4. So once again, soccer report. So this is from The Advocate. Let's see, scoreboard. Okay, let's go to the scoreboard screen. Okay, let's see. Southern, not to scrimmage in an unusual preseason. So once again, Dawson Oldham looks like they're not going to scrimmage. So their first game will be on February 26th against Arkansas State. So that is probably not going to, hopefully it doesn't affect their team, the Southern Jaguars. So once again, this is from Jim Kleinpeter. You can reach him at The Advocate. That's theadvocate.com. Okay, once again, Saturday's fairground results from the Risen Star States. The trifectors did come out on 2284, paid 2284, and also 1715. So in these so once again, fairgrounds results. The first race was a $60,000 race. Looks like it was number 6 Caribbean Casper, famous attraction, and also this was in the first race. Also, so once again, fairgrounds results. You can follow them at the Advocate. Okay, let's see. Okay, Oregon quarterback should attend for transfer. That is Tyler should announces his transfer, so he will not play for Oregon no more. So he's going to be transferring. So that's Tyler should all. That's SHOUGH. He had average. Let's see. He, as a redshirt sophomore, he passed for 1,559 yards, 13 touchdowns. Also, he was intercepted 6 times. Finished 4-3 overall. The Pac-12. So he is not. He's going to be transferring to another school. So once again, this is from the Advocate. Go to theadvocate.com, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, let's wrap this up. Okay. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk. We will be back later with the Pelicans versus Detroit Pistons. That'll be later on this evening. That will be on YouTube and Twitter. I'll send over the link if you want to come over and watch that. Listen to that matchup. We will have game audio coverage, no video due to copyright. So we cannot once again show the videos. I mean, we did it last night for Southeastern Nichols game, but that was one time. So we once again we cannot show any audio, cannot show any video. So any video will not be shown. We'll show the post game comments from Stan Van Gundy, but we cannot show live game footage. That is something we cannot do. So once again, thanks for joining us. We'll be back later. So okay, like, share, and follow us on Facebook. That's facebook.com. Also, like, share, and follow us on Twitter. Like, share, and follow us on YouTube. Like, share, follow us on Tumblr. Like, share, and follow us on Twitch. Like, share, and follow us on Instagram. Like, share, and follow us on Skype. And like, share, follow us on LinkedIn. Like, share, and follow us on Blogspot. And also, you can access the podcast via Anchor. That is the address is on the screen. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Sunday afternoon, and we'll be back later on YouTube and Twitter for Pelicans versus Pistons. So